Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Tony McElveen. Let's Talk About It podcast today. I'm excited to have someone on the podcast with me, another lady that got it going on. Remember, I did a podcast a few weeks ago called "Woman, You Got It Going On." And this week, I have a woman that got it going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Chrissy Woods. How you doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
Hey, Chris, I'm doing super. I'm glad that you was able to take time out of your busy schedule to just sit with me, for a moment. You know, business people, I know how it is. You got a lot going on, but I do appreciate you just pausing everything for a second to just come on and you and I just, kick it, talk a little bit. And those who out there listening, I know you're going to say something wonderful that can really bless somebody, that can encourage somebody, that's trying to get to where you are. So, okay. So, hey, I'm going to stop for a moment. Just introduce yourself, if you will.
Well, hey, everybody. Like Tony said, I am Chrissy Woods. Currently, I live in Columbia, South Carolina, but I was born and raised in Florence, South Carolina. I'm a licensed cosmetologist of 6 years, and I'm also a salon suite owner. And I can't leave out that I am a registered nurse of 18 years, and I went to FAMU, so I'm a FAMU Rattler. So just a few tidbits about me.
Yeah, okay. So you're a registered nurse. You said 18 years?
18
years registered nurse, okay. And now here you are. You got your own hair salon.
I do.
Studio. Excellent. So let's start right there. Let's talk about, because you are a business lady. You are an entrepreneur. So let's deal with that. Because I know there's a lot of women out there, and I had a lot of feedback from my last podcast I did on this segment when I interviewed another young lady out of up in the Greenville, Somerville area, somewhere in Greenville, Simpsonville area. But and I got a lot of feedback from it, a lot of ladies, and especially ladies that are interested in going in business, and it helped them a lot. I did some research a while back, and it was very interesting how last year in 2021, there was a little over 1,800 ladies every day that were starting their own businesses. It's powerful. Every day, over 1,800 a day last year was opening up their own new businesses all across the United States. Women.
Right.
Now, of that women, over 60% of those women were women of color.
Love it.
Amazing, right?
Right. Love it.
Also, the ladies from their businesses, their yearly revenue was in excess of $1.8 trillion last year. Yes, female businesses. Isn't it wonderful? I mean,
that's amazing.
$1.8 trillion just last year from female businesses alone. So I've said, and I believe that the grounds are fertile for women that want to be business owners.
Right.
I just believe that the grounds are fertile, and this is a great time for women to explore that desire that they had. So we're going to get into, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Take your time, answer them, however you want to answer them. But question number one.
Okay.
How long have you been in business?
So I have been in business as an entrepreneur for about 6 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been about 6 years.
6 years. So talk about the business that you're in, the type of business, and tell us about it. Okay.
All right. So I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I co-own a hair salon with my friend, and then I also have my own set of suites. I own it's 17 salon suites, and I shouldn't call them salon suites because I'm kind of venturing out to allow other business owners to come in and run their businesses. So on one end, I'm a salon owner. Then on the other end, I own salon suites.
Okay. Okay. And how's that going for you? How is it going?
It is so much fun. It's actually it's really a breath of fresh air. So throughout the week, I can run my business as a salon owner. I'm still a stylist, so I'm still in touch with the people. But then I'm also utilizing just the opportunity that I've had to allow other business owners to run their businesses in a very professional and nice setting. Because I put a lot into those buildings because I want them to look as if, I were going to work in there. How would I want it to look? So I want them to be comfortable bringing their clients there, running their businesses there, want it to be professional, clean, nice. And it's been really fun. And they've gotten a lot of great feedback from it.
Is that right? Okay. Excellent. Oh, yeah. Excellent. I can tell, by your persona, just by your persona, it don't look like you have step on nothing. It look like, you first class.
I try,
Okay. All right. It looked like it'll be first class all the way. So that's what I'm talking about. All right. That's good. So now you say that's in Columbia.
Correct. Yes.
Where exactly is, if you don't mind?
No, I don't. Okay. So both of my businesses are on Two Notch Road. One is on the high end of Two Notch, 9570 Two Notch, and that's the salon. And the suites are on the lower end of Two Notch, which is 2638 Two Notch Road.
Okay.
So they're both on Two Notch prime real estate.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. A lot's happening over there in that area.
Oh, yeah. Especially for our line of business.
Right. All right. Okay. Now, how's business? Let me just ask this. While it's on my mind, how has business been since the pandemic? How has it affected you?
I don't even know how to say this properly, but the pandemic has been a blessing for me. I have leveled up in the pandemic. The pandemic has been a blessing in a lot of different ways. Financially, for one, but definitely physically and emotionally, because I've been able to just reset and rest a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I think it was just God's way of giving me that peace, letting me to really just see what's important. And when, we opened back up, it was like go time. And I was clear. I knew exactly what I wanted. I was well rested. And it worked out. But most of all, it's women, it's beauty, it's hair. We're never going to sidestep or half step, no matter whose pandemic we're in.
Okay.
So, it's been great. Business has been amazing.
Super. Okay. Good. All right. That's good to hear, because I heard a lot of people, it affected a lot of businesses. A lot of businesses went out and because of the pandemic. So that's good. It's good to hear how you succeeded, and even got even stronger.
Yeah.
During the pandemic. So that's good. Okay. Let me ask you this. Where did the desire to go into business, where did that come from? Go in business for yourself?
I think it came from the fact that I'm an Andrews. My grandfather was an entrepreneur. He owned a plastering company in Florence, and most of the car dealerships that you see, that was under the construction of his company.
Okay.
So he was one of the, very few Black-owned businesses that was very successful. And from there, all of my aunts and uncles on my dad's side are entrepreneurs. All of my uncles, including my father. Okay. So I just think it was kind of in me to be an entrepreneur to begin with. And, at some point, I guess it just manifested, because again, I was a nurse for, 12 years before I went into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So when I got into it, I think it just kind of came naturally. I felt like it was where I was supposed to be. So I would have to really say it was genetics. I really think that.
Okay. So now, was that transition from nursing, which is a stable, solid income, what I mean? You every week, 2 weeks, every, twice a month, however your pay schedule was, that's going to be there.
Right.
So the transitioning into your own business, however, that's a little different. So was it scary?
Well, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I didn't necessarily want to make the transition. So I felt after about year 10, I felt like God was kind of tugging at me saying, your time is kind of coming to an end in this area. But I
Yeah.
kept pushing forward, kept pushing through, kind of ignoring it. And then it started getting real strong around year 12.
Okay.
And I knew that I had finished, by that time, I'd finished cosmetology school. So at that point, it's just like, okay, now what? I have a nursing license and a cosmetology license, but I wasn't ready to leave my job. So
Okay.
then I guess the enemy knew that I was battling with it. So what happens? I get offered a promotion. So I
Okay.
take the promotion and now I'm really not leaving. Well, I guess God had the final say because 2 weeks later I got fired.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
So with no reason, no nothing, I literally just got fired. They really didn't even know why. They literally said, I don't know why we're firing you. I was just told to let you go.
Wow.
And, at that point, I was devastated. And my husband just finally came to me and said, listen, you go sit on this couch and cry about it for 2 weeks, or are you going to jump into your business? And from that day on, I've been full speed ahead and I haven't looked back.
Excellent. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Good, good, good. Now that's excellent. That's
Mm-hmm.
excellent. Okay. All right. Next question. What was your biggest, kind of a little bit tied into what you just said, but if you got some more to add to it, but what was your biggest fears or challenges you face as a business owner now that you own your own business? Okay.
Right.
Now that's come to pass. Like, what are your biggest challenges or your fears, that you have, if you have any?
Oh, absolutely. Even today, I mean, I think the biggest fear is failure,
Okay.
because as an entrepreneur, this is all you got, so if it doesn't work, what you got?
Okay.
So, I had to take my fears and make them fuel, my passion.
Right.
So instead of me saying, if I fail, I kept saying, I can't fail. This is
Gotcha.
it. It's got
Right.
to work.
Right.
So it's failure. Failure was definitely a fear.
Okay. Now, and the salon was you've been in the business with your salon now 6 years. No.
So I was just like all stylists, I started out booth renting, then I went into my own suite, and then gradually, we got to the point where we owned our own salon, and we just opened our salon in July.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super. That's great. All right. Okay. All right. Next question. So, what do you enjoy the most about being your own boss?
Well, honestly, the fact that I have a 16-year-old son and I don't miss anything.
Okay.
I travel. He's on travel football, travel basketball. He
Okay.
plays basketball and football for the school, and I am everywhere.
Okay.
And the flexibility of it all, just being able to be with my child as he grows and not miss anything.
The flexibility.
The flexibility,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's great. That's huge. Okay. Okay. So it's bringing you a level of freedom
Oh
that
yeah.
you wouldn't normally have.
Freedom, we use that word
Yeah.
loosely
Yeah.
because,
Okay.
you work harder as an entrepreneur, believe it or not. You
So
work
true.
harder. You
So
work
true.
harder. So, you have to be disciplined. So freedom.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Right.
I follow. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. All right. Business can be stressful.
Yes.
Now, I've been in business for many, many, many years. I've been a businessman a long time, and it can be stressful at times. So, how do you handle the stress of business? The bad days, and I know you can handle the good days. Anybody can handle the good. That goes without saying. But it's those stressful days, or bad days that this a business day it just having a bad day, stressful. How do you handle that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one of those things that I think I still battle with, but I have to say, I'm a Christian first and foremost. So when I recognize that I'm under stress, I definitely pray about it,
Yeah.
and I just kind of have to let God do His thing because I'm learning to ask myself: is this something you can control, or is this not something you can control? If it's
Right.
not something you can control, then you got to leave it up to Him. And the most recent thing that I've done is I hired a trainer. So now I work out 3 to 5 times a week, and that has been really helpful with
Yeah.
relieving stress.
Stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So you say you're a Christian.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Excellent. All right. All right. So God in there with you.
Oh yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna have great success. The percentage. Uh, they said the percentage it has been proven over the years that 90% of businesses fail within the first 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like 90% within the first 5 years they fail. And with what you've just said, and you said you got the Lord on your side, and it look like you have everything going well with. I believe that you're gonna be in that 10% and not that 90%.
I
Yeah,
received that.
yeah, that 10 and not that 90.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Thank
From your perspective,
you. Mm-hmm.
all right, what are some good qualities an entrepreneur needs to have, need to possess?
The first thing I would say is discipline.
Okay.
Because you don't have anybody telling you to wake up and go to work. You don't have anybody telling you to save that money and not spend it. We get paid every day as hairstylists.
Okay.
So it's they always equate our industry. We get money so fast, but you have to know how to be responsible and a good steward of your money.
Right.
So I would definitely say discipline. I would say having a level of courtesy and respect, just doing unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Right.
Once you have that level of respect for other people, your customer service skills will be through the roof regardless. Yeah. So definitely those two things I know for sure: discipline and just having the morality of treating others well.
Exactly. Because discipline is important because of it. The money come in, but when you own the business, all that money don't belong to you.
No, it does not. It does not.
It does not. You have overhead, you have expenses first and foremost that has to be taken care of, even like before you even hit your personal life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You have those business expenses, and so, like you said, the money comes in so fast, and so that's true. Discipline is number one. I would agree.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Next question. Okay, you in the beauty industry.
Yes.
All right. Have you seen an increase of women coming and keeping themselves looking good, or have you seen a decrease in it? Now, the reason I ask is because when I talk to men, the fellas,
okay,
I talk to my fellas too now. And one thing men say when they, when we chit chatting by ourselves,
okay,
a lot of them say, I just saw a high number of women are just not keeping themselves up in their eyes. It's like they're not keeping themselves up. That the hair's not done. The dressing is not there. You know what I mean? You said something earlier. You said you got a trainer and you in there, you working out now. You know what I mean? And so, but what they're saying is they're not seeing, a lot of the ladies are not as attractive as they once was. So being that you're in the beauty industry, have you seen a decrease in that, or an uptick in that, with women keeping themselves up
now
consistently?
I don't know what brothers you talking to.
All right, talk to them.
Them brothers need to come holler at your girl.
Okay.
Honestly, and this may go off grid a little bit.
Go ahead.
But I really think the reason they are saying that is because times have drastically changed.
Okay.
Women are no longer relaxing their hair. 95% of my clients are natural hair clients.
Okay.
So you're seeing more afros, you're seeing more natural hairstyles. You're not seeing the slick European looks anymore, unless they're wearing weave. So guys may look at that as they're not taking care of themselves or they're not getting their hair done, but in actuality, that's done, you know?
Let me say something. Keep your thought so I don't forget my thought. I
Okay.
want to say something. Now, you just hit it. You hit something on the head. The natural look.
Right.
A lot of men don't like it.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm going to keep it real.
They don't.
They don't like that natural look.
They don't.
And so it's not, so therefore, it's not attractive. It's not attractive to them.
Right.
It's not an attraction. So how come then on women going natural like that when a high number of men don't like that natural look? You know what I mean?
I do. And you know, honestly, I can tell you what my clients are saying.
Okay.
The relaxers have caused for them, and I'm not saying that relaxers cause damage, because I do know that you can have perfectly healthy relaxed hair. But for the clients that have sat in my chair that have chosen to go natural, it's because they have had a bad experience with relaxers. Whether it's been eczema, psoriasis, it's caused a lot of issues in their scalp or with their hair alone. So they've chosen to go the natural route to rid their bodies of those chemicals. It's you know, just like with everything else in life, more people are going vegan. More people are not using certain types of deodorants because they're trying to rid their bodies of those chemicals. So, you know, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but they're not pleasing the man first. They're trying to stay healthy first. And, you know, that's the route that they're taking.
Okay. Well, is there something that women can do to have the hair still straightened without the chemical? I mean, I don't know.
There is.
Okay.
There is. And a lot of my clients, I offer what's called a smoothing system, and it still gives them the look of a relaxer, but it's not a chemical. But the only thing about it is, Tony, everybody don't want straight hair. These women really like their hair in its natural state. They like it. I have seen a lot of clients who come to me and they just want to get their ends trimmed, their hair shampooed and treated, and I may not see them again for 6 months because they, you know, they love to just wear their hair in its natural state. So it's really all about preference.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, you hitting something.
Yeah.
You hitting something, but that's a big one.
Yeah, it's just preference. And I really think that's why men are saying, you know, oh, they're not keeping themselves up. But I go to my son's high school football games or basketball games, and I'm always blown away when I look at the cheerleaders. Not one cheerleader has a relaxer. They're all natural hair girls. And I remember growing up, we was getting that relaxer every 4 weeks.
Right.
Like mama didn't play that, but now times have changed. People are just migrating away from that.
Right.
So the look is changing.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying? Are you saying, well, fellas, y'all got to get used to that look? That's gonna be tough if they don't like it, right?
Well, not necessarily get used to the look, but maybe find somebody that speaks to you. You know, you may find a woman who has a natural hair, but you're attracted to her for another reason. You know, once you have a conversation with that person, you know, I would seem to think it'd be funny if you find yourself attracted to a woman with a wig on, you fall in love with her, then she take that wig off. It's a lot up under these wigs.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah, so I would just say not necessarily get used to it, but just maybe look at it in a different light, you know.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you like what you like. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. So
true.
Yeah, I can't really fault men for saying they don't like it. You know, you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
Right. So true. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. You answered that good. That was you hit something there. Right. Yeah. Well, you know there's a lot of women out there, and we're getting ready to come to the conclusion.
Okay.
Just got one more question after this one.
Sure.
There's a lot of women out there that desire to own their own business.
Yes.
Okay. But for some reason, they have not pulled that trigger yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to them about that? What would be your advice to them?
Well, I'm going to tell you, like someone once told me, you know, God gives us these ideas, right? And he gives them to us and expects us to act on them.
Okay.
But if we don't act on them, you're going to see somebody else open up that business that God gave you the idea for, because he couldn't trust you to act on it. So you got to first and foremost have faith in yourself and have faith that, you know, this is something that God gave to me and I can do it because he gave it to me. Okay. So you just got to pull the trigger. You can't keep thinking on it because I promise you, somebody else is going to open that business. Right. And you're going to be woulda, shoulda, couldas, and real upset.
Right. Oh, that's good. So that's something key. Okay, something key you just said. Have faith in yourself.
Absolutely.
Believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, a lot of women, they have that desire to go in business, but they don't. A lot of them are not believing in themselves. They don't believe that they can't do it or succeed.
Right, right.
Yeah. So that's good. So that's good. Persevere. You know, you got to persevere as you did.
And success is different for everybody.
Right.
You know, success doesn't necessarily mean 6 figures. Success might mean, you know, helping, you know, a certain amount of people or, you know, changing the lives of a certain amount of people. So success is not always monetary, but you've got to define what your level of success is too.
Excellent. Sounds good. All right. The last question I want to ask you. Here it is. This is the big one. 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 What does the future holds for Miss Chrissy Woods?
Only God knows. I don't know. My husband, he asks me that all the time. He's like, girl, what are you going to do next? I don't know. I'm open. Yeah. Wherever God leads me and wherever he pushes me to, I'm open.
Got you. I got you. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate you for hanging in there with us and continue to watch this podcast over and over again after we post it online. Listen, I'm Tony McAvey. My special guest tonight was Miss Chrissy.
That you have to say before I close?
No, thank you so much for having me and considering me. And I hope that if you are one of those women that want to start a business, feel free to reach out to me. I love helping people. I love, you know, encouraging or anything like that. My Facebook name is Chrissy Woods. I'm Chrissy Woods everywhere. So reach out. I would love to help you, but get started, girl. It's money out here.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm Tony McAvey. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It. And remember, don't you worry about it. Let's talk about it.